All right, Science Midterm by Jessica Graham. Word bank: continental drift, Pangea, fossils, glaciers, seafloor spreading, magnetic field, surface waves, plate tectonics, divergent boundary, convergent boundary, subduction zone, transform boundary, convection current, Richter scale, normal faults, strike slip faults, elastic deformation, reverse faults, primary waves, secondary waves, Mercalli scale. Question number 1. The modified blank describes the intensity of an earthquake. The modified blank describes the intensity of an earthquake. Number 2. Blank caused particles and rocks to move back and forth in the same direction that the wave is traveling. These are the fastest waves. So you know this is one of the waves ones. 3. Blank result from compression forces that squeeze the rock. So compression forces squeeze the rock. 4. According to the hypothesis of blank, continents have moved slowly to their current locations. 5. Harry Hess's theory of blank says that hot, less dense material below Earth's crust rises toward the surface at the mid-ocean ridges. 6. According to the theory of blank, Earth's crust and part of the upper mantle are broken into sections. 7. The boundary between two plates that are moving apart is called what? So you know that's a type of boundary, right? Okay. 8. The cycle of heating, rising, cooling, and sinking is called a what? 9. Up to a point, applied forces cause rocks to bend and stretch, undergoing what is called blank. 10. Blank move through Earth by causing particles in rock to move at right angles to the direction of wave travel. 11. The blank is used to describe the strength of an earthquake. That's going to be one of the scales. 12. At a blank, rocks on either side of the fault are moving past each other without much upward or downward movement. 13. Alfred Wegener called the large landmass blank, which means all land. 14. Blank caused most of the destruction resulting from earthquakes. They are the slowest waves. So this is another wave. 15. A blank occurs when two plates slide past one another. 16. The area where an oceanic plate goes down into the mantle is called a blank.
Kamaya Wilson to the office, please.
17. Scientists have determined that Earth's blank has reversed itself many times in the past. 18. Wagner also uses continental drift to explain evidence of blank found in temperate and tropical areas. 19. Along a blank, rocks above the fault surface moves downward in relation to the rock below the fault surface. They form a pull-apart forces. 12. Besides the puzzle-like fit of continents, blank of plants and animals found on multiple continents provided support for continental drift. 21. Two plates move together at a blank. Okay, now we're doing multiple choice. Second page. Number 1. A chart that tracks which members of a family have a particular trait. A, chronicle, B, blueprint, C, pedigree, D, template. 2. A structure that contains an egg cell. Is it A, ovary, B, pistil, C, ovule, D, anther? 3. A process where a single cell divides into two identical daughter cells. A, diffusion, B, osmosis, C, mitosis, D, meiosis. 4. A characteristic that an organism can pass on to its offspring through genes. A, variation, B, chromosome, C, trait, D, pattern. 5. Special structures that allow living organisms to sense the conditions of their internal or external environment. Are these called A, deceptors, B, reflectors, C, deflectors, or D, receptors? 6. A reproductive process that involves only one parent and produce offspring that are identical to a parent. A, sexual reproduction, B, atypical reproduction, C, asexual reproduction, or D, typical reproduction? 7. One step in the line of a descendant of a family is A, an obligation, B, decentration, C, pronotation, or D, generation. That one's easy because you can get rid of B and C, right? Because they've never even heard of those. Number 8. Sorry. The most commonly used representation to show frequency distributions. A pie chart, B, a bar graph, C, histogram, D, line graph. 9. Individuals who may have and can pass on a genetic mutation. A, couriers, B, carriers, C, messengers, or D, bearers. 10. A rare group of genetic disorders that cause the skin, hair, or eyes to have little or no color. Albinism, B, thyroidism, C, chronicism, D, anotism. 11. A dark or black pigment occurring in the hair, skin, and iris of an eye in people and animals. A, solanin, B, tryptophan, C, melanin, D, arginine. 12. All of an organism's observable characteristics. Is that your A, genotype, B, your phenotype, C, your karyotype, D, your heliotype? 13. Any cell of a living organism other than reproductive cells. A, gametes, B, somatic, C, peptic, D, lactic. 14. The process where DNA makes a copy of itself before cell division. A, replication, B, reproduction, C, procreation, D, reverberation. Number 15. A segment of DNA on a chromosome that codes for a specific trait. A, gene, B, factor, C, allele, D, piece. 16. An allele that is hidden whatever dominant allele is present. Is that called an A, concealed allele, B, covered allele, C, recessive allele, D, disguised allele? 17. A reproductive process that involves two parents that combine their genetic material to produce a new organism. A, sexual reproduction, B, a typical reproduction, C, asexual reproduction, D, typical reproduction. 18. The sticky part of the top of the style specialized to capture pollen. A, style, B, stigma, C, pistil, D, filament. And finally, last question, number 19. An organized package of DNA found in the nucleus of a cell. A, gene, B, allele, C, chromosome, D, ribosome.